Welcome back to the channel. If you ride, you live, and today we've got a scooter that's doing more than just getting you around. It's changing the game in the city, the 2026 Airblade. Before we roll into all the specs and street feel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're always first in line when we drop the latest reviews and deep dives. All right, let's ride. From the moment you see the 2026 Airblade, you can tell Honda didn't just tweak a few decals. They've sharpened up the design, added tech, and made sure this scooter looks like it belongs in 2026, not 2016. The bodywork is angled and modern, the lid lighting pops. And there's a bit more attitude than your typical commuter scooter. The seat height, the narrow lanes, the city traffic, it's built for all of it. Whether you're weaving through heavy gridlock or cruising a quieter road, this scooter feels planted. Honda kept the basic silhouette that made the Airblade familiar, but they added enough detail to make it feel new and premium. Under the hood, it's still smart, not high-end superbike power, but clever, efficient, and just right for city and suburban riding. For example, the 125K version uses a liquid-cooled single-cylinder ESP plus 4-valve engine that puts out around 11.9 PS, about 11.8 HP at 8,500 RPM, and 11.3 Nm of torque at 6,500 RPM. That means ample punch when you twist the throttle, combined with low running cost. Honda claims fuel consumption figures as low as 2.246 L 100 km for the 125K model, which is impressive when you consider real-world city stop-start traffic. If the 160K version shows up in your region, you're looking at roughly 15.2 PS and 14.6 Nm of torque in that class. Either way, the message is clear. Agile, economical, and modern. Riding it feels like Honda nailed that balance between user-friendly and fun. The scooter has a low center of gravity, the seat height is accessible without feeling too tiny or toy-like, and the frame makes you feel confident whether you're in the heart of the city or rolling into wider roads. The suspension is tuned to absorb bumps, and while it's not hardcore sport bike stiff, it's more than adequate for most city suburban ground. You don't feel every crack and fissure in the road, which is a big plus for daily use. The braking is solid front disc, good response, and if you happen to get the higher-end version with more advanced braking tech like AS, depending on market, it adds another level of confidence. One of the things I really liked about the 2026 Airblade is how Honda has added modern touches without overcomplicating things. You've got LED lighting front and back, a smart key system, depending on your country, a center console with USB charging port, and plenty of usable under-seat storage. 23.2 liters of space in some markets, enough for a helmet or daily gear. All good stuff for someone who isn't just commuting but wants a scooter that lives with you. Honda also appears to be prepping newer tech for some markets, things like TFTs, displays, or connected features, but the core model keeps it reliable and simple. Let's take a quick glance at the core specs so you know exactly what you're dealing with. Engine, 124.8cc single-cylinder liquid-cooled, 4-valve ESP plus for 125 version max power. 075 kW, approximately 11.9 PS at 8,500 RPM. Do you want one? 3 NL 6,500 RPM 125 key transmission. CVT automatic belt drive fuel tank 4.4 L for 125K version. Curb weight 113 kgs for 125 version. Length 1887 dimensions. Width 687. No, mine can 92 on clearance 141. Notable features: LED headlamp, smart key, USB charging port, good under-seat storage. When you ride daily, you'll notice how Honda refined the experience. The drive feel is smooth, the engine barely vibrates in normal use, and it accelerates pleasantly when needed. It's not going to drop the quarter-mile record, but you don't need that for what this scooter is made for. City traffic, sudden lane changes, commuting. With that in mind, the 2026 Airblade feels more car-like in its confidence than many older entry-level scooters. And when you open up onto a more open road, you'll appreciate the stability and smoothness, and you'll realize that this isn't just a small scooter territory. It's usable. Maintenance and overall ownership cost are where the Airblade shows its strength. Honda parts availability is solid, the engineering is straightforward, and because the design doesn't chase gimmicks, you end up with less hassle. For someone whose ride needs to be reliable every day, this is a huge plus. If you live somewhere with mixed road conditions, city potholes, uneven pavement, maybe some highway stretches, the 2026 Airblade handles it without drama. As for who this scooter is made for, pretty much everyone who needs a capable, stylish, modern commuter. If you're a city rider, student, young professional, someone looking for scooter mobility with some flair and decent tech, this fits. Also, for older riders who want reliability and ease, it works beautifully. It doesn't pretend to be a big displacement machine, it knows its role and plays it well. In summary, the 2026 Honda Airblade is one of those rides that hits that sweet spot, stylish enough to make you smile, practical enough to live with every day, and engineered well enough to trust. If Honda brings it into your market, I'd say absolutely check it out. It might not be flashy in the superbike sense, but it doesn't need to be. It's sensible, smart, and just has enough edge. Unexpected price. While it depends hugely on import taxes, region, and version, in markets like Vietnam, the 125key version of the Airblade 2025 started around VND 42,012,000, approximately USD 1,700 at current rates for the standard version. If we project the 2026 model and account for updates and inflation, you could expect somewhere in the ballpark of USD 1,800, USD 2,200 for the 125J variant in a similar market launch. In other markets, pricing will vary quite a bit. That's it for today's review. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, ride safe, enjoy the journey, and I'll catch you in the next one.